Let's go to offense. They could have drafted Tristan Wirfs. Hold on, real quick, before we go to offense. You just gave us a tip. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh,
okay. So they could have had Tristan Wirfs. We talked about this. I think both of us before the draft were like, "You love Tristan Wirfs. Wasn't he your guy? He was your guy."
I like Tristan Wirfs. I thought they should have drafted him. Yes.
I remember you always have a draft crush, and you're like, you never waver.
No.
At all.
No.
Hey, turn me down a little bit. I'm getting a little feedback, a little echo. Okay. So yeah, you like Tristan Wirfs. We thought the O-line was a bigger issue than the D-line. I mean, the D-line is the strength of the team. The O-line is barely passable.
Yeah.
So instead of getting Wirfs, they stick with McGlinchey, and they brought in Trent Williams. Why don't we evaluate the tackles real quick?
Well, McGlinchey is struggling. Obviously, I think that's a no-brainer. He is a liability in pass coverage. Run blocking is okay. He's very smart in knowing what to do, but it comes down to actually getting the work done, and I don't see him being consistent enough on that right side. Trent Williams on the left side, what is he getting paid this year? $13 million or something like that? A lot of money.
Yeah.
And is he the answer at left tackle for whoever the next quarterback is on the center? I don't think it's, whoever that player is. I don't know, because you're investing a lot of money in that left tackle position for what? Because at the end of the day, you still have to re-sign Fred Warner. That's your number one priority. Fred Warner stops everything. It's Fred Warner or bust.
Yes.
49er fans will go nuts if they don't re-sign Fred Warner. So if it came down to Trent Williams and keeping some of these other unrestricted free agents that are coming up after the end of the year over Fred Warner will hold way more weight. Because I tell you right now, what I'm hearing is 95% of the people would rather keep Fred Warner than Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, obviously. Hold on real quick. Fred Warner is 23. Jimmy Garoppolo just turned 29.
Why do you keep saying that, man? It makes me sound old.
He's so young. He looks like he's been in the league 3 years. He looks like he's 26. He's not.
He's honestly, 23. He plays like it. He's like a seasoned veteran. Yeah,
I know. So he has to be on the team long term. What the Niners did with Buckner, you can't do with Warner, because Buckner was a team leader. To me, was the heir apparent to Joe Staley, because he carries himself like Joe Staley, the stoic, calm, never gets too high, too low, almost like he's 35. That's DeForest Buckner. That's Fred Warner too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't make that mistake twice. What do you think of the Niners not adding? Well, they added Colton McKivitz. That's what they did, and now they got Daniel Brunskill at center. What do you think of that interior?
About them not adding an offensive lineman?
Yeah, I mean, no center.
It's dumb, because I said all along, I said they need to address the offensive line for any quarterback to have success. You can't get the running game going. And Shanahan, as smart as he is, being the offensive genius that he is, you can't expect your offensive line to just run outside zones, inside zones to block a certain area because of your players' deficiencies in manning up in mano-a-mano between the tackles. And we are seeing it, because at the end of the day, defenses are catching up. They're like, okay, well, this offensive line is not very good. So whether they're running outside zone or inside zone, we're just going to set a hard edge, and we're going to make them flush back to play the other side. And they can't do it. We're seeing it.
I'm gonna mute you while I talk, because there's heavy feedback. But then when I'm done, I'll put you back on. All I'm saying with the Niners is I want to keep coming back to like the philosophy of building a roster. The Niners always value D-line over O-line, always, and I don't like that, because to me, it's easier to find defensive linemen. You can find part-time pass rushers, part-time run stuffers. You can platoon people. Offensive linemen it seems like every year college produces less and less good ones. And if you can find a good guard in round one, go for it. If you can find a good center in round one, go for it, because that's what the Saints do. It's what the Cowboys do. And it's why they've had such success at O-line. If you try to get guys in like round 5, you're going to have freaking Tom Compton on your team. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Tom Compton. Or remember who we used to who that guy that we brought out from the New England Patriots, bro, in the locker room? You know who I'm talking about, because
I forget.
You know who I'm talking about, though. It's in our head. That guy. Yeah.
Yes. That's what you're gonna get. Yeah. And real quick. To me, the only positions you can take in round one are quarterback, any offensive line position, D-line, as long as the guy's a pass rusher. I don't want any two-down run stuffers. And cornerback. Maybe safety, not linebacker, not any skill position play, I don't think. So any O-line, quarterback, pass rusher, corner. That's what I would do. Maybe safety. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
I mean, I like Brandon Ayuk, but I would never take a wide receiver in round one because look what the Steelers do. Every year, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson,
yeah,
Juju. They're always there at pick 50, pick 60. It's supply and demand.
And it comes down to what exactly are you trying to build your team? Like, where are you pulling from? Because typically GMs in today's world, you want to build through the draft and then take the missing complementary pieces and apply that through free agency and dump in there. But what happens when you have all these missing pieces? Like, how do you gel everyone together? You can't just go out and sign players anymore like, Eddie DeBartolo used to do, because there's a salary cap. So it's like you sign Quan Alexander, you sign D Ford, they signed all these oft injured players before they were injured the year prior, and John Lynch still signed these players, and now what? Both of them are off the books, but then both of them are gone, and now they're eating the cost now.